The clips in this video are over 20 years old and are taken from operations run by the Colombian terrorist organization, the Farc. The reason I put these together is to show people how these people operate and to remind people that these guys are still out there operating and providing training services to other narco and terrorist organizations throughout South and Central America, including Mexico. You can see here they're receiving an operational briefing before an attack. So they're organized, they're doing their planning and preparation. They've gathered their intelligence, they've done their reconnaissances. And you can see from this model, it's very detailed. So they're very organized and they plan their operations precisely. At a tactical level, they make maximum use of cover. You see here they're running, they're keeping spaced out. Why? They know moving targets are harder to shoot than stationary targets, and big bunches of people just draw fire. They use a lot of firepower. We can question their weapon handling skills, but they're putting down a heavy weight of firepower. Here, they're using fire and maneuver. They're covering the people that are moving. They make maximum use of mortars. These are improvised mortars. They also use conventional military mortars. Now, if you read my article on improvised explosive devices, etc., I talk about mortars. Mortars are a very effective terrorist weapon, and military-grade mortars are on the black market. And as you see here, terrorists can make improvised mortars that are very, very effective. Here you can see they're breaching walls. They're not using gates, they're not using doorways. Why? Because they know doorways and gates are easy to booby trap and are generally covered by fire. They channel people into a kill zone. So in high-risk situations, you do not go charging into doorways, you do not go charging into rooms. You take things very, very carefully and only use doors as an absolute last resort. They have an understanding of air defense. Even though this is not that effective against fast-moving planes and armored helicopters, it's more of a deterrent. If these guys were targeting, say, a news helicopter, the people in that unarmored news helicopter would have a lot of problems. You can see here they're making maximum use of cover by being in the prone position and crawling towards their objective. Here, they're moving quickly, they're spaced out, they're disciplined, and they're moving under the cover of fire. And you see, in a second, they're not shy on putting a lot of firepower down on their opposition. So, hopefully you can see from this short video, these guys are professional. They're well trained, they're well disciplined, and they're very well equipped. This is where, especially these days, you cannot underestimate the opposition. These guys are out there working for the narcos, working for the terrorists, and they should not be underestimated.